Before we start the show, we have a big announcement to make. Over the last year, we've sold our house, our car, and everything we own down to 2 backpacks and 2 carry-on suitcases. We swapped out all of our gear for portable gear so that we could take our show on the road. We will be slow traveling all around the world for the next year, sampling local cuisines and making plant-based versions for you all to try. And today, we are filming from the beautiful Cayman Islands in the Caribbean. So let's make some sweet potato cornbread. Welcome back to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, where we make plant-based cooking easy. My name is Jill, and today we're gonna make the most delicious sweet potato cornbread that I'm gonna make out of some local grown sweet potatoes. So that's the first thing you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to bake up your sweet potatoes until they're really nice and soft. And I've already got them mushed in my bowl right here. But we are gonna start with the dry ingredients first. And all of our dry ingredients today are from our partner Essential Organics, who carry over 600 organic products. And if you want to check them out, you can use the code PLANTBASEDEASY at checkout for 10% off your first order. All right, so we're going to start with our oats. This is 1 cup of rolled oats that I just ground lightly into a flour, just in my NutriBullet. You can do it in your blender. That works just great. Throw those in the bowl. And then 1 cup of cornmeal. And this is a medium grind cornmeal. I've got 1½ teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. 1 tablespoon of flax meal. That's going to be the binder that's going to help glue everything together. And 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. And you're just going to want to stir those up until they're all really well incorporated before we add our other ingredients. Okay. So next we're going to put in our sweet potatoes, and this is 1½ cups of baked sweet potato that I already mashed. 1 teaspoon of low sodium tamari, but you could also use a low sodium soy sauce or Bragg's liquid aminos. They work just the same. But if you don't have any of those, you could even just use a little bit of table salt. But I would just use like ½ teaspoon. And then 1 cup of an unsweetened plant-based milk, and this is a plant-based soy milk. Now you're just going to mix this up really well, and you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and then get yourself a brownie pan, like a 9x9 pan, and I'm going to line it with parchment paper, but you could also just really lightly oil the sides of it just so that your cornbread doesn't stick. All right, now that we're mixed, I'm gonna grab my pan and I'll be right back. While we're waiting for that, I'd like to share some background on our show. The Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show is crowd-funded, which means these free weekly recipe videos, along with our entire catalog of free printable recipes on our website, plantbasedcookingshow.com, and our Plant-Based Cooking Made Easy cookbook series, are all made possible in part by the generous patronage of our supporting membership community. So if you love our recipes, I invite you to join us on our mission to make plant-based cooking easy, and follow the link in the description to become a supporting member today. There's no denying the plant-based diet is a nutrient powerhouse, but did you know there are a handful of hard-to-get nutrients even well-crafted diets are often lacking? The latest research suggests that complementing your diet with a few specific vitamins, minerals, and omega-3s will help boost your energy and keep you thriving for the long term. That's why my daily health routine includes Complement Essential. Complement Essential contains the 8 critical nutrients lacking from most plant-based diets in dosages optimized specifically for us. As a special discount for our viewers, just use code PLANTBASEDEASY at checkout to save 15% off of your order. Okay, so now we're just going to spread that into our pan that I already lined with parchment paper. And this recipe is such a great way to add a whole bunch of nutrition to your cornbread, because sweet potatoes are loaded with beta carotene. That's what gives it that really nice orange color. And it's loaded with fiber. So this is a great way to add a bunch of fiber to your bread. Just want to smooth it down really nice and even. And now we're going to stick it in the oven for 35 minutes. Okay, the bread is out of the oven if you want to come in for a closer look. It looks and smells delicious, so I'm going to let this cool for a little bit and then I'll meet you at the table for a taste. Okay, let's dig in. It is so soft and spongy. You have to see this. It is just super spongy and light and fluffy. That is a good cornbread. And you know, it goes perfect with my red lentil and vegetable soup from our last show. So you need to check it out. You're gonna love it.